Fraziled with Rob.
Our special guest today is Chaine Henson. How are you, Chaine?
Good, good.
So maybe you can start by just introducing yourself, and for anyone that doesn't know you, who you are and what you do here at Cyprus.
Well, I'm a math teacher. I also am an athletic director. I started teaching here long before anyone else that's still here, I think. Maybe Stuart Brooks. I think he started right after me.
Yeah.
But I started in 1989. 90, that was my first year teaching at Cyprus. It was the year before Hunter opened. So we had 1,900 students in this building that year, but that was without the help hall. Obviously we didn't have Brock Bank, so it was really crowded, and at the end of that year, many of the teachers went to Hunter. They followed Jim Short over there, and others were surplus because I think we dropped to 1,300 the next year after Hunter opened. So I've been here a long time.
So you started teaching in 1989, but you were a student here in the 80s.
Right. Yeah, I graduated in 1985 and then went to the U. Was up there for 4 years, got my degree in math, and came back.
Yeah, because you're like way older than I am.
Way older. Like, what did we figure out? 3 months?
Yeah, I was one of those late enrollment because I had a September birthday, or we would actually been in the same grade.
So,
Tell us about your experience as a student of Cyprus.
My time here at Cyprus, I was an athlete. I was on the gymnastics team. Gymnastics was my thing. You know, I did that from the time that I was really, really young. And back in the 80s, it was still in school. They got rid of it. Granite School District got rid of it between 1985 and 1989. As part of the gymnastics team, I got recruited to be part of the diving team. If you were a gymnast, you could do diving.
So they had diving as a high school activity sport as well then.
And that's also been nixed since then. But so I really, when I my why to coming to school every day was gymnastics and diving. But I was also a good student, and Mr. Says, Trey Says, was my math teacher. Bob Jones was my history teacher, and I had some fabulous teachers, and that's why I became a math teacher, probably because of Mr. Says.
You met your future husband here at Cyprus.
Yeah, actually at Brock Bank.
Oh,
So,
in junior high school.
in junior high, yeah.
Is that when you got married? Was in junior high school?
No, no. We waited until we were 22. But yeah, Greg and I started dating when we were juniors in high school, but I knew him in junior high. So
I don't know if you know this, but I actually played a year of baseball on the same team as Greg. I was in a year younger, although we're close in age, and it was I think Pony League, and I played for a year, and everyone just thought I was a spaz out in the outfield. Just so you know, things have definitely changed. Not that way anymore.
You're not spazzy at all.
Kids have come through Cyprus.
Right. All 4 of my children have gone to Cyprus. Kenley is a senior now, but my oldest, India, she came here. She was a fantastic student and played softball and soccer. Hannah, my second daughter, same thing. She did softball and soccer and a great student. Logan, our only boy, he was a golfer and great student. And Kenley does softball and tennis and a good student. So
you come from an interesting perspective because you were, as a student, really strong academically.
Mm-hmm.
Your children have all been strong academically, but you've all been athletes as well. And I know your husband was an athlete here. So I don't know. Sometimes you hear conflicts from some teachers thinking we just pull kids out for sports, or you know, why do we even do sports in high school? As an athletic director, what do you think about the student, the academic side versus the athletic side?
Well, I think number one, for a lot of these kids, that's their reason for showing up every day, is to participate in athletics. And I think if it's done right and it's promoted in the correct way by coaches, we call them student athletes for a reason. Student comes before athlete. But I think that they'll be even better students if they have something that they can connect to at the school, whether it's athletics or the arts or a club. but that gives them that connection, and I think it makes them a better student. So I don't agree that it detracts at all from academics. I think it enhances academics, but you do have to have coaches that stress the importance of the academic side, and we have fabulous coaches here that really make sure that their athletes know the expectation and what they need to be doing in the classroom. And those students who excel in the classroom are the ones who are also excelling on the field and on the court and in the pool.
What's something interesting about you that they may not know? Hobby or interest or?
Outside of school, I really enjoy doing things with my hands. So I think if I had not become a teacher, I would have either been a designer. I love to sew. I like to sew clothes. I like to do a lot of gardening. And so if I wasn't going to be a designer, I would have been a landscape architect.
Really?
I've done a lot of that. So I enjoy doing yard work and just doing things with my hands. I think it's
maybe you should have been a mime.
Gives you a different side.
Maybe you should have been a mime and you could have done it with your hands and your facials the whole time. Let's see your best miming. Okay, ready?
I don't think I could. You're supposed to be.
So do you find calculus to be fun?
I do.
Do you have any pets?
I do. I have 2 dogs.
What kind of dogs?
They're hunting dogs, but they've never been hunting. So,
Are you training them to hunt people?
They are. One is a silver lab, so that's Bond. He's named after James Bond, and he's about 90 pounds. And the other one is a half Chesapeake, half Labrador. So he's one of these newfangled breeds called the Chessador, and he's about 95 pounds. But they both want to be lap dogs. That's the problem. They both think they should be house dogs.
Do you have grandchildren?
I do. I have 2 grandchildren and one on the way. So my oldest daughter, Indy, and her husband, she married an Australian. They live now in Australia. They're coming in, on the 22nd, so we'll get to see them. But and they have a daughter. She's 2, Nora, and Indy is pregnant and having another girl. So, and then my second daughter, Hannah, she and her husband have a little boy, Levi. So I really enjoy being here at Cyprus. If I didn't, I wouldn't be here. I left. I taught through '96 and then decided to be a stay-at-home mom. And I never really intended to come back. I didn't think I would be able to. But John Welburn is the one who reached out to me and wanted me to come and do a long-term sub job for a math teacher that was in the military and had to do a long absence. So
the football coach one?
Yes, that one. Jaquetta. So I came and did that 6 weeks and found out that it was actually pretty easy to get your license back because I had let my license lapse. If you can teach math, they'll find a way to get you in there. And so I ended up coming back in 2010. So I just really enjoy it here. I think the kids in this community are good kids. I think the parents are good parents.
This has been Fraziled with Rob and Chaine. Peace out.